Hi everyone. When we teach online through Zoom, then we design materials to use with our students. And we want to share the materials with the students. And we want to make it so that they can interact with these materials and they can interact with each other through these materials. My name's Alan Urmston. I teach English Communication and Assessment in the Faculty of Humanities. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple of ideas on how to make the best use of the share screen function in Zoom. Now I'm at the Zoom meeting interface, and as you can see, there are a number of things that we can do with this, a number of buttons that we can press at the bottom of the screen, a number of useful tools. The one that stands out is the share screen function. Now, if I click on this, then it gives me some options for sharing my screen. I can share the screen that I'm showing now by clicking on the window top left, and then there's a whiteboard, which I'll come back to in a moment, and then all the other screens that I have open on my desktop, which I can share with the students if I want to. There's also an advanced option here, which allows us to share directly audio, video, parts of the screen, PowerPoints, even content from a second camera. We just have to remember to click the share sound box here if we're using audio or video. So back to the basic. First of all, I'm going to show you what I can do when I share a document with the students. If I have an open document which I'm sharing with the students, like for example this assessment rubric, then I or the students can annotate this document. So by clicking annotate, they have a number of tools they can use, like drawing boxes, drawing lines, adding text, highlighting, and so on, if they want to make their own notes. And then they can click on save, and that will save a screenshot of the document with all their annotations on it into the documents folder in their desktop. And it will have a separate folder for Zoom and a separate folder for this particular meeting where they can find the saved screenshot. Next, I'll look at the whiteboard function. By clicking on whiteboard, we get basically a blank screen, a whiteboard. And again, with annotation tools here, which the students and the teacher can use to draw with, to add text, and so on. It's very interactive. It's a really good brainstorming tool. And again, teacher and students can click on save, and that will save it to the folder for this meeting if they want to keep it as a reference. To the Zoom screen, we can see there's also a separate control for whiteboards. Here we can start a new whiteboard. We can see whiteboards we've used previously, and there are even templates which we can choose, which are really useful and interesting for brainstorming, for design and research, and so on. Clicking on any of those templates will allow us to use them, and then we can annotate them. Okay, so there we are, a couple of really useful functions for when we're sharing screens. So don't forget, whether you're using a whiteboard or you're sharing anything on the screen, whether it's a document or it's a web page, then there are annotation functions which you and the students can use to communicate with each other and to save your ideas, and then use the save function to save them to your desktop. Okay, enjoy and have fun.